is Daisy Marigold Thomas. She's really due for a middle name change. I think her name's very floral. I just don't like it that much, so I'll possibly be changing that in the future. However, I got her at the Madison, Wisconsin benefit sale in 2016, and I actually got her as an impulse buy, which I don't usually do, but I got her because I saw she was there, and I think it's the best decision I've ever made in terms of impulse buys because I don't regret it at all, and I'm really glad to have a Grace Thomas in my collection. This is Ellery Nova Palmer. She's an Isabel Girl of the Year 2014 doll, and I also got her at the benefit sale, and at the time, she was my dream doll. Like, she's my closest lookalike, and I just, like, she'd been my dream doll since I'd gotten back into HG, so I was really excited to get her, and she's still one of my favorites, if not my favorite in my collection. I also sometimes call her Ellery Celery Bellery, and I think that's relevant information to share.
This is Kelsey Winter Lace, and she's a Truly Me 60 that I picked up at the benefit sale. Now, she's also one of those dolls that I feel like I don't see very often on Instagram at all, but I feel like she's kind of underrated in that way because she's really pretty.
This is Karis Everly Azalea Scott. She's a Truly Me number 62 that I got at the American Girl benefit sale. I actually remember when she came out, and I remember not really liking her that much, so I kind of switched up fast right there. I'm kind of two-faced. I think this doll is really cute. She's my first Sonali mold I ever got, and fun fact about her is that she has two middle names, which are both kind of dated, and second of all is that she used to have this trope where she like played every musical instrument ever, which is just kind of irritating because to me that just gives me pick me vibes, and it just sounds stupid because, come on, who can play every musical instrument ever? That's way overkill.
This is Paris Cashmere Copeland. She is an MAG number 55 that I picked up at the benefit sale. Now, she is my Sage doll's sister because they do look pretty similar. They have some similar characteristics, and I feel like they look enough alike to be related. And her middle name is actually taken from the character from The Hunger Games.
This is Sienna Clara Gray Collins. She's an MAG number 59 who I got at the sale. She has custom freckles, which at the time I thought identified as a custom doll, and I would call her a custom doll on repeat because of the freckles. And third of all, she's named after Sienna, I think the Saturday Fairy from the Rainbow Magic book series.
This is Audrey June Camber Myers. She's a Just Like You number 44, and she actually has two like middle names that are from books as well. So Camber is actually from the Selection series. It's one of Aspen's sisters, and then June was from the book Legend. This is my Truly Me number 64, Alice Romilly Lee. Her issue here is just that her middle name is Romilly, her last name is Lee. You can connect the pieces, there's a problem there, and I don't like to think about it. My next doll is Vera Lindsay, a Truly Me number 40. She still does not have a middle name because before it was really disgusting, so I still need to find one, but I haven't really found anything that fits her very well yet. And she also took a trip with us to the 2019 benefit sale as well.
This is Marian Marcella Adams. She's my Truly Me number 25, and currently she has a knockoff Caroline wig on. As you can see, she doesn't look like she did in the last video, if you remember it all. Previously she had her own wig, but she's been through a couple wig changes, and I've just had a lot of trouble like bonding with her as a doll, so currently she has this wig on. The only thing with this wig that I don't like is that it looks a lot like one of my other dolls who has the same wig, and you'll see her a little later on in the next video, but that's the only issue with this one. Other than that, I think it's absolutely adorable on her.
This is Luna Camille Sabinka, and she is a Truly Me number 23, and she has an Exquisite Doll Designs wig on. Now, she's one that I've also had trouble and issues like bonding with and kind of connecting with, as some might say. So I'm kind of looking for a new wig for her now, and I'm not really sure. I think blonde would look really nice, but also just a dark brown also still would just look nice as well.
This is Evangeline Ridley Baker, more commonly known as Eve, and she is a Truly Me number 31 who I got at the benefit sale. I think she's gorgeous. She's definitely the face of our channel because she's our profile picture, and she's also shown at the end credits, so she's just a really iconic doll.
Alright, so this is Evie Rose Charlie Green, and she is a Truly Me number 53. Now, her middle name is also from a different book series as well.
This is Cecilia Henley Azure, and she is a Truly Me number 27 who I got at the benefit sale. This doll in particular, I feel like I don't see that often on AGIG unless it's like their first doll as an adult collector. Like oftentimes, I feel like she's very popular with kids, but I don't see her in AGIG that often. And I think she's a really pretty doll. Like her wig's really nice and layered, and her eyes are just really dark and pretty, and I think she's a doll that I wish I could see more of on AGIG.
Alright, so the last doll that I picked up at the benefit sale is Rosemary May Carson, and she is a Truly Me number 61. Now, she is also Fiona's sister, and her first name, Rosemary, is also from the book The Giver as well. This is Nikki Breyer Fleming, and she is Girl of the Year 2007. Now, I bought her off of eBay for way too much money. No one should ever spend that much money on a crusty doll. And then I still had to send her to the doll hospital anyways for an extra $50. Now, the one thing that I don't necessarily enjoy about her, she has very much so swimmer shoulders. She's very wide, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's just the older body type, but she just looks really buff every time you put her in any shirt like the one she's wearing now. She just looks extremely ripped. My next doll is Dove Noel Reeves. She's a Truly Me number 66, and I got her for Christmas one year. I actually bought her for myself using money that I won from an essay contest, and it was actually a really badly written essay, but in the end, I got a doll out of it, so I think that's pretty cool.
This is Blakely Capella Merriman, and she is a Beef River Felicity I got in 2017. I had really wanted Felicity, but I just hadn't liked her demon eyes, so when the Beef River one came out, I was pretty happy that I didn't have to go on eBay or anything. Also, I got her on sale, and I think her gown is absolutely stunning, so I'm very happy I have the Beef River version. This is Juliet Maeve Gardner. She's a Truly Me number 33. I got the AG Place Atlanta in 2017. I had originally kind of debated getting her when I got my 35, but I'm so glad I waited until later because 35 ended up retiring, and 33 is so cute by herself. I actually also got her on a roller coaster road trip, which I think is kind of silly and goofy.
My next doll is Austell Georgia Casa Grant, and she is a renamed Tenny Grant doll. I purchased her at the Atlanta location, and her first name, Austell, is actually the location in Georgia where the Six Flags Over Georgia is, and that was where our whole trip was revolving around, hence why her first name is Austell. And then her middle name being Casa is actually just a play on the word of queso. My next doll is Marnie Scotland Grayson, and she is the first custom doll that I've ever made. She is a Truly Me number 61 with a brown, beautifully custom wig. Also, at the same time that I made Marnie, I also made Miss Wren Oakley Bolton here. She is a Truly Me number 65 with a 61's wig side parted. My original thought process for her was to make a doll that looked like America Singer. Also, her last name is Bolton, Troy Bolton Supremacy.
This is Maggie Amore Mitchell. She's an Anea doll who I got in April of 2018, about a month before we started our AGIG account. She's such a pretty doll. I love her, but it's actually not the original Anea I had. The previous one I had, I got from an AG store, and I don't live close to an AG store, and her wig was falling out in the back. So I had to send her back to AG, and they mailed me a new one, which is great. I'm glad that they did that. However, her face isn't as pretty as the one I had before, and her wig actually really just doesn't curl, which, I'm sorry, AG. I wish I lived closer to a store because I would have picked one out myself, but I just didn't want to go through the hassle of returning her again. But it is kind of a sad story.
My next doll is Adley Avia Barnes, and she is a Truly Me number 47. Now, her last name Barnes is actually named after Ben Barnes, the English actor, so I can actually say I'm very much so an OG in that sense because I liked him before all the hype. This is Ellis Rose Cole, and she is a renamed Elizabeth Cole doll. I purchased her off of eBay for actually a very decent price for the condition that she's in. She actually does have one wonky eye though that does get a little sticky. If you like flip her upside down, her eye will just stay shut though. This is Alcyone Hyacinth Aquina, and she's a Kanani Girl of the Year 2011 doll I got in June of 2018 from an AGIGer who was selling her on Mercari. She really needs a trip to the doll hospital because you can't really see it here, but the part under her head actually is like messed up. Like she has some bald spots, and it's covered up right now, but it definitely could use a lot of work. Her hair is very fried and there's no curl left in it, so she definitely could use a trip to the doll hospital, and hopefully that'll be something I'll get to in the future. This is Buffy Corisand Walker, and she's a renamed Addie Walker Be Forever doll. I was actually named after her.
This is Margot Albany Wilson, and she's a Blair Wilson Girl of the Year 2019 doll who I got in April of that year. She's super pretty. I think her big ticket item being that huge kitchen set was probably one of the best big ticket items we've had for years.
This is Fallon Elisif Vega, and she's a renamed Luciana Vega Girl of the Year 2018 doll. However, I did give her a different wig. She has a number 49 wig now because I just wasn't really the biggest fan of Luciana's wig. However, I do really enjoy her facial features, like her eyebrows, although she does have the downcast eyes, which is slightly unfortunate.